Today we're going to talk about how you can double the value of every one of your customers. And I'm going to start with a story, kind of a painful story. Well, it's not actually painful for me, but it is for my loan officers. So my wife Andy and I, we bought our first house several years ago. I still remember it was $112,000. We went out and we got a loan officer to help us with the loan. And I'm guessing that loan officer made a couple thousand on the loan. Okay? So they make their couple thousand. Well, since then, my wife and I have had 9 separate mortgages. We've bought a bunch of different houses and moved around a lot. And the sad part is that loan officer, I don't know if that person realized, in fact, I'm pretty sure they didn't realize, but we could have been over a $20,000 customer to them. But they didn't quite have the vision. How often in your business are you settling for $2,000 customers when you could turn them into something that's worth much more? Now, I don't know that every one of your customers needs to turn into 10 times the value. Let's talk today just about doubling or tripling or quadrupling the value of your customers. What would that be like for you if every one of your customers literally doubled in value? So I want to share with you 3 specific ways that you can increase the value of every single one of your customers, okay? So the very first thing we're going to do, and I think this is so easy and so powerful for small business owners, is we are going to make sure that we wow the socks off of every one of our new customers. There's 2 ways I want to suggest that we do that. The first thing is that when people come into our business, I want us to welcome them with a bang. Okay? What that means is we're going to do something right out of the gate to kind of set the hook in and make sure that they are our customer for life. The second thing is that we're going to maintain an ongoing relationship of wow, which means we're going to find things throughout the relationship with them that make sure we are always in their mind as somebody that they think about. Now, Dan Sullivan, who created Strategic Coach, he has this principle. He talked about it this way. He says, you can literally create in the mind of your prospect a monopoly. You're literally creating a legal monopoly because in their mind they won't ever consider going to another person to get the services that you offer. This can be created if you're intentional about it. Now, what I want you to do is we've created a worksheet, and it'll give you 50 cost-effective ways for you to wow your customers. I want you to hit pause on this video, look through that list, and I want you to find something you could do, and let's just focus on this welcome. What could you do with every brand new customer? Maybe it cost you $5 or maybe 10, but what could you do that would really wow the customers? Hit pause, and then come back to the video, and we'll continue. All right, welcome back. I hope you picked a great idea for how you can wow your new customers. Here are a couple ideas that I've heard of that I think are really cool. One of our customers decided that their customers didn't ever like to receive invoices. I mean, who really does? So they would actually attach a real lottery ticket to every one of the invoices that they would send out to their customers. And they found that that was just a really cool way to get their customers to enjoy getting invoices for the first time, right? Second thing is, I'm actually a customer of Dollar Shave Club. You can tell I use it really. I actually forgot to shave this morning, but Dollar Shave Club has a fantastic. I've never met anybody at the company, but they have done a fantastic job. Every time I get my new set of razors, they always have a really cool postcard in it. That's a very personalized thing. They'll have a thing on the back that's like, "This is Bob. He grew up in Atlanta, and he moonwalks to work every Thursday," or whatever. You know, just random stuff that make people come to life. And I would encourage you to find ways that you can maybe lighten up the tone a little bit and just be personable with your clients. I think those are both strategies that work. So get committed to wowing every single one of your customers and do this systematically. Put it on autopilot. Okay, next thing I want to talk about is increasing the lifetime customer value. What is that? Well, that's the total value that your customers bring to you over their entire lifetime. That's this equation, right? So there are 3 specific ways that we're going to focus on increasing the lifetime value of every one of our customers. One is we're going to increase the frequency at which our customers do business with us. Now, for some business models, frequency may not be one of the main things that you focus on. This is definitely the case if you're in kind of a transactional business model. But how can you get people to come back? If I'm a dentist, how can I get people to come back instead of once a year, twice a year? Or instead of once a year, every 8 months? And what are the ways that we can accomplish that? The second thing is that I want to increase the transaction size. My wife goes to the hairdresser all the time, and she started talking about this Brazilian blowout thing one time, and I'm like, okay, I have no idea what this is, but in advance of her going, she had been kind of sold on this idea of this hair thing. All I know is I paid $200 and she came back looking phenomenal, and it looked kind of the same as every other time she'd come back. But she loved it. But the point is, this business, this hairdresser in this situation, had done specific intentional work to increase the transaction value from whatever she normally spends up to a couple $100. Yeah, and I had to pay for it. The third thing that I want to focus on is how do we keep our customers longer? So this is similar, I suppose, in nature to what we were talking about up here with the mortgage, with the loan officers. But what can we do to make sure we keep a customer instead of for a year or 2 years, we literally are keeping them for life, okay? And we're going to share with you, we're going to have a Thrive in 25 webinar where we actually give you some really great ideas about how and when to start to offer additional products and services to your customers. And we'll even show you how to get that entire process implemented so it's totally on autopilot. So we've increased the lifetime value of our customers. The last thing we want to focus on is getting referrals. Now, so many business owners, they come up and they say, hey, well, I'll ask them, hey, what do you do to get customers? And they'll say, well, we grow based on referrals, and it's kind of this badge of honor. What I realize is most of the time what is happening is they're actually getting what I call accidental referrals that just kind of come, that they haven't really done anything intentional. So what I want to focus on here specifically with referrals is that spelled right? I don't even know. It's two-colored. It's two-toned. Number one, we're going to be intentional about it, okay? And for some of you, that might mean that you're going to have actually a customer incentive. If you refer somebody, we're going to give you X, Y, and Z as a way of saying thanks, right? So you may or may not do that. That's just not required. But the second thing is that you are going to create a system in your business where religiously you are asking for referrals at the right time. Now, you don't want to just go ask for referrals anytime. In our Thrive in 25 webinar, we'll tell you specifically when you should ask for referrals, and we'll actually show you how you can tie all of this together. So I think a lot of small business owners are so tempted, it's almost a temptation that is too hard to resist, to go back up to the top of the funnel and spend all this money and energy getting brand new customers. But if you're ready to increase your revenue and your profits by doubling the value of every one of your customers, jump on the Thrive in 25 webinar. We'll show you in 25 minutes or less how you can implement all of this systematically so that it just happens like clockwork in your business.